This broadcast is a presentation of WCXO Sports. WCXO Sports. Since 1999, the sports voice of the Carlisle Indians, the Central Cougars, the Mater Dei Knights, and the Westland Warriors presents Talkin Sports on Max 96.7. Talkin Sports is powered by Brett's Wildlife Lodge and Winery in Carlisle. Talkin Sports is brought to you by Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College. The future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. Nordike Funeral Home with 5 locations to serve your needs. McKendree University in Lebanon. Sieber Brothers in Carlisle. 12 Oaks Vineyard in rural Carlisle. And by Becker Jewelers with locations in Breeze and Highland and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Here's the host of Talkin Sports, Rip Nottmeyer.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Talkin Sports. Rip here in the Bird Watson Health Mart studio for your Monday. Coming up this evening, we're going to talk some soccer with McKendree women's coach Tim Strange. They went to the NCAA tournament again. And down the path a ways, we'll hook up with Central girls basketball coach Nathan Reeder. Plus, as always on a Monday, we have the Easy and Travel Little Augie's Pizza Clinton County Prep Athlete of the Week. But right now, it's time for Scores and Stuff, which is brought to you by Mideastern Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Carlisle, the hometown source for residential and commercial work. And we head over to Fairfield on the Johnston Jewelers guest line for another radio guy, Derek Dunn. Derek, welcome back.
Hi, Rip. Thanks for having me. A pleasure being with you here on this Monday night.
I'm waiting for the Head East comment. What happened? Derek?
Yes, I'm here, yes.
I was waiting for the Head East comment. Where'd it go?
Oh, my bad. Oh, hey, glad to be here on the Carlisle Radio, the home of Head East. I thought there was a disconnection there. You had me fooled there, Rip.
Oh, we just had to. I might have jumped the gun. You might have been closing with that. What do I know? Well, let's get to. I know you're itching to get with the Illini hoops, and why don't we start there? Because the Fighting Illini are 4 up and none down. They won again late yesterday afternoon as they held off the Marshall Thundering Herd 91-74. But hey, a win is a win is a win is a win.
Yeah, absolutely. This Illini team, there was a poll conducted before the season began, following last season in the college hoop circuit, and it was a CBS Sports poll, and the poll asked, who do you think was the biggest off-season hire? Now, number 1 was Archie Miller. He came from Dayton and now is the head coach of Indiana. But number 2 was Brad Underwood of Illinois. And, Rip, I'm telling you, man, he is doing a heck of a job at Illinois. And the thing is, too, it really on the recruiting circuit, I mean, he got Mark Smith. He didn't even coach a game. He got Mark Smith shortly after getting hired at Illinois, and he was Mr. Illinois basketball, and for good reason, too.
He's good.
But also he got Ayo DeSumo, a 5-star point guard out of Chicago a few weeks ago, and already he's off to a 4-0 start. And, Rib, this team is different than John Gross's teams. This is a team that they attack, they penetrate, and they attack to the basket. They try to get after on the offensive glass as well as the defensive glass as well. But this team is playing such a style of play that is up-tempo. And, you got to love it. I mean, it's like what he ran at Stephen F. Austin. It's like what he ran at Oklahoma State. This Illinois team is 4-0 and beat a good Marshall squad, which had at least 2 or 3 good guards on their team, including one guard, the Elmore kid, I believe was his last name.
John Elmore.
Averaged 28 points per game. They only held him down to 14. And if you could do that in college hoops, and even at the high school level as well. Can't forget about the high school level. But if you can do that in the college hoops, then you're going to win some ball games right there.
The Illini are home for Augustana Wednesday night. So, and that schedule's going to get a mite tougher in the next week or so. And I have seen a couple of things, and I don't know if I'm anyway. The last publication I saw, whatever the name of it was, they had Illinois traced at 12th or 13th in the Big Ten, which is now comprised of 14 teams, probably heading for 16. But anyway, whatever the name, they weren't thinking too highly of Illinois. As much as I love Illinois, the Illini, and all that stuff, I kind of think they're going to be a second division club. I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah, they were picked at least probably 12th in that preseason poll in the Big Ten wise. But I do think, though, they're in the non-conference part of the schedule, and they'll certainly take a 4-0 start, don't get me wrong. But I feel like with some of the opponents upcoming, you got Augustana, which they are a Division III power. I think they went all the way to the national title game last season, so they're no slouch. And then you got North Carolina Central the day after Thanksgiving. But I feel like with the bragging rights game in December with Missouri, and then you also have some Big Ten teams. I think the Big Ten competition, I think the Big Ten conference, I think is really where they may struggle a little bit there, because I think the one thing for Illinois, their weakness is the inside play. Where they got Michael Finke and got LaRon Black, but
they're only size,
bigs
right?
like Ethan Happ for Wisconsin, Isaac Haas of Purdue. Those guys right there, I think they could eat up Illinois inside, unless if they were to box them out and rebound, and then they may have a chance. But those guys are good too. So there's really a lot of interesting things going on in the Big Ten. And look at Northwestern, the Wildcats. I mean,
man.
not even playing like a top 25 team. And Texas Tech, who
clobbered
is really an experienced team, just clobbered them.
85-49.
Yeah,
That's a shellacking.
Texas Tech really was a team last year that had a lot of experience too, and no one was talking about them. But this year, though, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe Texas Tech was to be in the top 25, because they have layers and layers of experience. So for Northwestern to lose to an experienced team like Texas Tech, I wasn't surprised by that, but I think a lot of people were surprised by the deficit itself. But
the Red Raiders, they must be pretty decent. I would think. Edwardsville's Mark Smith, he's been a cool customer so far. 13 yesterday, and was it 21 Friday night?
Yeah, against dang it, the team just went out of my head right there.
I just forgot who it was too.
Yeah, but he's been really amazing, Rip. And I'll tell you one thing that stands out to me about Mark Smith is his drive to the basket. See, basketball is a game of angles, in my opinion, because it's like billiards and pool. Sometimes you got to use angles to make a shot. And I think for Mark Smith, the way he angles himself when he drives and he just finishes at the rim, he always finds an opening and he always finds the right angle. I mean, the way he approaches it is just unbelievable. And, I mean, he's got the big body to do it. It's like he's a freshman, but he has the body of a senior, and he's just going to keep getting stronger. So he's been a joy to watch. But I'll tell you, one guy who he's not put up nearly as many points as Smith and Kipper Nichols and those guys, but DeMonte Williams, he's been really something on the defensive end. If you ever get a chance to watch him play, I mean, the way he makes these little tiny plays, but they turn out to be big plays. He does the little things, turn out to be the big things. He's definitely a guy that I think he'll get better and better. So he's a guy to keep an eye on.
I wish him the best. Yeah, I'll be watching. I've seen just a little bit of him so far. Missouri's getting, they got some more bad news. Well, who knows how this is going to turn out. But Michael Porter Jr., he won't play again tonight. And word is that he's on a plane to Dallas or some other parts to get checked up. And that's not good when you go out of town, out of state, to get an opinion on the hip, the leg, whatever it is.
Yeah, well, with the bragging rights game coming up on December 23rd, we'll see how good Missouri is. Now, Quinzo Martin, obviously, he even recruited his younger brother, too, who's actually part of the team, I believe.
Well, he got his dad first, and then the rest followed.
Right, but you get what I'm saying. It is still, Missouri's still a team that has some good pieces, even without Michael Porter Jr., so I wouldn't count the Tigers completely, but really when you're missing your star player, the player that you got to rely so heavily upon,
right.
And it's really just a blow to Missouri, but if they get him back in time for the bragging rights game, I think it's going to be an all-out war between Illinois and Mizzou.
Maybe they'll catch a break. Just from skirting the issue a little bit, it doesn't sound, no one knows, but that doesn't sound too promising. And, of course, he's got that pro career on his mind already. If there's any kind of, he'll sit out, that situation is. So SIU barely beat Illinois Springfield by 5 Saturday. And guess who they play tomorrow night, Derek?
Oh, who?
Louisville, at Louisville. This could be a bloodbath.
Oh, well.
Because they are good despite all the problems they have. They have a very good team.
I agree. Yeah, they lost some recruits as well.
Right.
Some recruits that were, like some 4 or 5-star recruits over there. Patino's no longer there. Padgett is there now. But, SIU, I know they tried to beef up their non-conference part of the schedule there. So we'll see about the Salukis this year. I don't really follow them too much, but I know they have some key players returning. I think
they might do all right.
Good, so,
they might do all right. SIU actually won a game the other night. All right, where's Giancarlo Stanton going, Derek?
I just hope he's going to the Cardinals.
I hope. This is going to be interesting. Who knows? Maybe something to break before Thanksgiving. It sure is the rumor mill's really getting hot. That doesn't always mean anything, but.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of take it with a grain of salt, Rip. I mean, it's like, it's like this. Not only the Cardinals want him, but you also have, I think the Giants want him, the Boston Red Sox.
And there'll be somebody else sneak in there.
Well, even the Dodgers. You can't rule out the Dodgers either because, he's originally from Southern California. He was a Dodgers fan growing up. And I wouldn't be surprised if maybe the Dodgers make a move, but then again, you got the hefty price tag on Clayton Kershaw to deal with too. So
I tell you, Derek, if I were the Dodgers, I wouldn't do anything of that nature. That's a great young team. They are set now. Just add another piece. They don't need to get him.
No, I think.
I know it's kind of crazy. Who wouldn't want him? But yet, why mess with that chemistry? It's pretty much perfect over there.
Yeah, I think for the Dodgers, I wouldn't touch them. I think if you're looking at a team, I think it may come down to those three. I'm guessing maybe Giants, Red Sox, and Cardinals. I have a feeling he's going to choose one of those three, and if he chooses another team, then I would be pretty much surprised. But it looks like those three, I think, are in the talk right now. And plus, there was the talk about Cardinals having an offer to him, so that's the thing too.
You know what I think is going to happen? And it's just my guess. I think he's going to be on Miami's opening day roster because they're not going to get what they want for him, and they're not going to get a team to take up enough salary in return and all that good stuff. And you know what else?
Yeah.
I'd keep him on my team and build around him.
Yeah.
They're wanting to get the salary down to $90 million. That's where it was before. Why would they bring in the new owners? Keep the other guy. If they're going to go into cheap, who needs Jeter and company?
Yeah, I tell you, I think for the Cardinals, I think they want that big bat, but a big bat is hard to come by in a market. So no matter if it's just the draft or even when it comes to what's going on right now in the off season. So he's pretty much the biggest prize big bat there is.
He's the bat.
Talked about.
Yeah, he's the difference maker, definitely. Otherwise, they need pitching. They need pitching, man, because Lynn is gone. They don't have much you can rely on, but I guess Stanton. One way or another, this is going to get solved in the coming weeks anyway, and then we'll go from there. The St. Louis Blues, I'm not sure if you watch too much hockey, but they're doing really well on this still. We're past the quarter point of the season, actually, and they've got 15 wins tied with Tampa, and they're only 1 point behind them overall. It's an unbelievable start. No one saw this coming.
Well, Rip, I've been watching some Blues hockey. I try to watch it when I can, and I think really the big difference here has been really Jake Allen. I think he has done a terrific job at the goalie spot. But, how about, Jaden Schwartz and Vladimir Tarasenko? Those guys are just as dominant of a front line as you'll have offensively. And, Jaden Schwartz, look at the guy this year. Look how he's emerged. This was a guy who had some injuries happen to him, and he was really never really healthy. But he has just put on just a heck of a performance.
He's good.
This season.
He's good. And who else may be the trigger, though, from my angle? And that is Braden Shen, because not a lot of people expected this either. Now he's got 5 goals and 10 assists over the 7 game. It's a career high in points over 7 games. He's been outstanding.
Yeah. Yeah, and they just acquired him. They acquired him from the trade, I believe, from Philadelphia, if I'm not mistaken, or somewhere.
Yep. In June.
And he's really been something too. But yeah, the Blues team, I'm happy for the Blues. This is a team that they've had some injuries with Fabry being out, and they're trying to kind of get back up to full speed here. But yeah, this is a terrific start for the Blues, and any Blues fan. I saw, for example, I was at a wedding over the weekend. And
I saw your picture, Derek. You were all dressed up. You were spiffy.
Yeah, thank you.
I like that casual outfit.
Yeah, thank you, appreciate it. There was a guy there at the wedding, and I swear, when he walked in through the door, he was wearing a Blues coat. And I said, hey, nice jacket, man, nice coat. So he smiled and said, thank you on that. But, yeah, the Blues, happy for them and really being the number one team in the Western Conference, I believe. I mean, they're just having a heck of a season. Let's hope they can go that way. Let's hope they can continue. Hey, I'm happy for them.
Long season, but I'm old enough to have seen their initial year, Derek, and I'm ready for I'm not betting on anything, but the Fighting Illini, you talk about getting belted in football. Ohio State did it 52-14, and how can they be they haven't won a game in the Big Ten. 0-8 and 2-9. This Lovey thing, is it going to work out?
I tell you, I don't know. I think actually this was his. Well, he's only had one recruiting class.
Very
I think. So I mean, it's really just a matter of time, I think, for him. But I would give him at least from the day he started on day one to about 5 years, maybe. I think would be.
He'll get all he wants. The only thing is, Derek, when I always hear that about this was such a good recruit. What about the other teams? You don't think Ohio State had a great recruiting team year, and Michigan State and Penn State? It's hard to play catch up. You can't generally.
No, you can't. And whenever you win games, it's like what we saw at Ohio State. I mean, they just won a national championship, a few years ago. I mean, they're recruiting, and plus Urban Meyer now is a household name in college football, like Nick Saban is of Alabama. I mean, these kids, if they have a big time program recruiting them, more than likely they're going to go there unless they decide to stay at home or go elsewhere.
Right.
So really recruiting, it's nonstop. It's just like, men's basketball recruiting, it's nonstop. And I think for Illinois, I mean, I'm glad to see Lovie Smith there. I still think it's a good hire, but at the same time, he's only had one recruiting class, but he needs to tackle more. So,
we'll see how
it's kind of yeah.
I love this college football playoff, the rankings and all, and there won't be any change tomorrow night, but after this weekend, well, maybe not even then, but after the following weekend, we'll probably hit, because the ACC, it's Clemson and Miami, and this is going to be an incredible weekend coming up, though, with Bama and Auburn and stuff. It's going to be good.
Oh, yeah, especially, the SEC teams. I mean, it's going to be interesting this weekend for college football. I mean, this is where, for Illinois, for example, this is their last game of the regular season against Northwestern.
Yeah.
And then, you have the playoff games, right after that. So, I mean, it's really, I think it's going to be interesting, to say the least, to see how these teams finish out the regular season. Then you have the playoffs in football. So we'll see how that turns out.
Wisconsin's at number 5 right now, but you got to figure if everybody, but if everybody mainly holds serve, like I say, Clemson, Miami, somebody's going to have to lose there. And if Wisconsin wins out, I don't see any way they can keep a Big Ten team out of that with an undefeated 12-0 mark.
Yeah, I mean, I like Wisconsin in the Big Ten. I mean, I do like the Badgers. They've always been a solid football program.
They just win, don't they? They just know how to win.
Yeah.
And that's what it takes.
All they do is win.
That's all they do is win. Austin Cook in Area 1 in golf. The Champions Tour is all closed up. And NASCAR, you sound like a NASCAR person to me there, Derek.
Yeah.
You aren't?
I said I am, yeah. I try to watch it when I can.
Okay. See, that's what I had you pegged for. But Martin Truex, I know enough about NASCAR just to know he had a terrific season. I think he won 8 races, including yesterday, and, of course, he won the championship. So kudos to him, because I liked him because he's in Colorado, out by Lonesome. All the experts said he couldn't win there, based in Denver and all that stuff. Well, he showed all of them. I like that.
I do too. It's like you versus the world. That's what it's like. And for Martin Truex Jr., this is his first championship, of the NASCAR circuit. Very accomplished racer. Happy for Martin, because I had a feeling, going back a few weeks ago, that he was going to win it all. He was going to win the championship, and he did. He won it. And at the same time, too, it was also the last race for Dale Earnhardt Jr. And I'm going to miss him along with many NASCAR fans, but. It makes sense, but I think he's going to be in the broadcasting booth, I think, next season, from what I've heard.
He'll run a few times yet, so. And Danica Patrick's going to run at Daytona and Indy for who cares. She wrecked again. She wrecks all the time. She is a wreck.
Yeah, well, like I said, she had more. I think her success was more on the Indy car circuit than NASCAR. I mean, when you look at it.
More so there. All right, Derek, I guess we got to hustle. Man, thanks for coming on again tonight, okay? Thanks for being with us.
Hey, thanks, and again, great to be here on the radio station that's the home of Headies.
There we go. By gosh. I should have put that cue card up earlier. Thanks. We'll see ya.
Thanks, Brett. Appreciate it.
Derek Dunn from a radio station in Fairfield. I don't know. Look it up. That's Derek. That was Scores and Stuff, brought to you by Mideastern Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Carlisle. No, it's a very good station. The hometown source for residential and commercial work. We're back after these.
Need insurance? Insurance you can really count on? If so, turn to Dan Imming at Imming Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Dan and his staff will provide you with the insurance coverage and service you deserve. Whether it's auto, home, life, health, or commercial, your choices aren't limited either. Imming Insurance Agency represents many outstanding companies, so get covered by the best. Call Imming Insurance Agency at 594-4536 or stop by 589 9th Street in Carlisle. Imming Insurance Agency, a proud supporter of Clinton County sports. Farmers State Bank is dedicated to the communities they serve. They've been making home loans for over 100 years. They are and will continue to be a strong, steady, common-sense leader that's always focused on what's best for you and the community. And remember, Farmers State Bank has loan professionals standing by to assist you in making the right decision for your needs. That's Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. An equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 404955.
Seaver Brothers has what you're looking for. Take a spin with Seaver Brothers and drive home in your new or pre-owned Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Dodge truck today. Let Seaver Brothers give you the car buying experience that no other dealership can offer. Seaver Brothers stands behind their products and also has an outstanding service department with qualified technicians to keep your vehicles running strong. Stop by Seaver Brothers, 811 Washington Street in Carlisle, or call 594-2624 for your next Seaver Brothers sales associate.
Nordyke Funeral Home is thinking about your future and offers secure, pre-planned funeral arrangements, relieving the emotional burden for those you love, allowing you to express your own wishes, and assures peace of mind with financial concerns when your family needs it the most. Nordyke Funeral Home has 5 locations in Albers, Aveston, Breeze, New Baden, and now Carlisle. Visit NordikeFuneralHome.com or call 588-3533. Striving to earn your family's confidence and trust, Nordyke Funeral Home with 5 locations.
Remember what it was like to expect the unexpected?
I never realized it was so complex.
Guess what? The feeling's back.
You're on Max.
We have also returned to the scene of the crime right here in the Bird Watson Health Mart studio for a Monday. And let's tangle on the Johnston Jewelers guest line for a second time this evening. We head out for McKendree women's soccer coach Tim Strange. Tim, welcome back.
Rip, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Congratulations, of course, too, on another NCAA tournament appearance. You prefer to win or 2 or more, obviously, but you had that's quite an accomplishment to make that grade again.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's always, a little disappointing at the end, but, to get back there, if somebody would have told me that we would have won back-to-back conference championships and pinch me, it's a pretty amazing thing to win the GLVC championship twice in 2 years. So
I get it. Yeah.
Pretty pumped up about it.
Well, clue us in on the game. You went up to Michigan, correct? And the NCAA tilt was against Old Dominion. Had you seen them before? Much of them on tape, or maybe last year?
A little bit. We had some scouting reports. A decent team. They played a couple common opponents, so we knew they were going to be a pretty evenly ranked team going into the game. And we score first and get a great opportunity to hopefully hold the lead, and they get one back in the second half, and then an unfortunate call with 53 seconds left, we lose the game. But those are the things that you can't control. You can't control the officials, and we have to be able to do our job and hopefully get back to the second round at least. But great accomplishment for the girls. They really worked hard. Again, we didn't think there was going to be an opportunity to win back-to-back, and it's tough to do. And we were able to do it against Quincy, who was ranked number 5 in the nation at the time. We beat them 3-0 for the conference championship, so it was amazing.
So against Dominion, though, you fell 2-1 in twin overtimes. And did they score, in regulation? Was that in the final minute, or when did they score their first goal?
The final minute of the second overtime. If the second overtime ends, then you go to penalty kicks. So I was anticipating it would go to penalty kicks because it was kind of a stagnant, couple minutes, and then all of a sudden they came up with a chance somehow, and the ball was cleared off the line. I don't think it was all the way over the line. So, it's just one of those calls that you have to deal with, and you hope that they don't ruin it for the kids. And that's, for me, and you're getting my soapbox now, but that's really the thing. You hope the kids enjoy the experience and to get an opportunity again to go back to the national tournament for the second year in a row, and really only our fourth year eligibility to do that. So it's been a quick turnaround, and we got some really quality players in our program right now.
You have a good program indeed. Yeah, a little controversy there, a tough one to take, but that ends the campaign. What a year it was. Who'd you tangle with last year at the NCAA tournament? Who'd you face?
We played Davis and Elkins and beat them. I think it was 3-1.
Oh, so you went 1-1.
I'm sorry?
You went 1-1 last year in the tournament?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we had Coach Mike Babcock in here the other night in football, and we were trying to remember if you did win a first round game or not. So
beat Davis and Elkins in the first round, and then we ran into Truman, who was much better last year than they were this year. But so we were able to knock them off this year. So it's just one of those things that you hope to get back there. And this GLVC, the league that we play in for women's soccer, is just top notch. It's evident that in the region, and there's 3 regions, probably 20, 25 teams. 3 of those teams of the 8 were GLVC teams that were in the national tournament.
Doesn't surprise me. I mean, that league is just nails, and I believe about every sport.
I think it is. It's crazy. It's hard to compete, and like I keep going back to kind of that conference championship. And again, if somebody would have said, we'll give you another one the next year, I would have went, it's going to be, tough to do. But now we're going to have to fight it off again for a third year. If we can, again, if somebody would be a betting man and say we're going to win 3 in a row, I don't know. It's going to be tough.
Hey, there's the challenge. And one more thing before maybe we flip back to the league again. Do you know I was wrong. It was Ohio Dominican, huh? Did I say Old Dominion first or what?
Yeah.
Ohio Dominican was the name of the university, really, wasn't it?
Yes.
I'm always used to Old Dominion, saying that name all the time. But how'd they do after they faced you and defeated your team, Tim?
They played Grand Valley State, who's a quality team. They were ranked, I think, 5th in the nation. The last poll, and Grand Valley State beat Ohio Dominican 4-0. So really? Quality team.
Wow. Grand Valley's had some good football teams, I know. So
they've had, I think, we were up there, to play and going through their, their gym, and they've had some quality wins and quality programs and stuff like that. We're just happy to be there, and hopefully we get another opportunity to meet up with them sometime.
The Great Lakes Valley Tournament, that championship set, that was fun though, huh? When you sweep 3 in a row and you had, you allowed just 1 goal into 3 tries, and definitely one of the 2 teams, if not 2, beat you during the regular season, right? Did Indy get you?
No, Indy.
You beat them in double overtime.
Yeah, it was double overtime there. We actually were down 1-0 with about 3 or 4 minutes. We come back at a late goal, and then we score in double overtime to beat them 2-1. And they're a quality team. I don't know that there's a team in the league that's not quality.
But Maryville and Quincy each nipped you 1.
Yeah, both 1-0.
Yeah.
And tough games, good teams, good quality teams, and and then we got them back at the right time in the conference tournament. So we were happy with that.
Now the league mark was 9-2-3 in regular season. Did you win the regular season?
No, Quincy ended up
Quincy did?
for second, and then Maryville was, I think, third. And Bellarmine was 4.
Hey, but you got the big prize. You brought home the actual title, the championship at the end. So
we did.
You trumped them there. That's what you really wanted, that one. But just a remarkable season. 2 straight of that nature. That's a lot of fun. And again, as we've been talking about, Tim, I mean, you were challenged the whole way in conference and out of conference play. They threw the best Division II teams at you, and you said, well, you did way more than survive. You won 15 of 21 games with three draws in there.
Yeah, I tell you what. Again, if somebody tells me that they'll give us 15 wins in a season, I'll take it any day, and then twice on Sunday. So
yeah.
we're super happy, and it's really to the girls. They do an excellent job. They train hard, they play hard, they enjoy it, and they have fun. And I think that's part of our program. And there's a culture in our program, and they do incredibly well in the classroom, and we're just really happy with them. And I think that they're definitely rewarded with the conference championship.
You lost just one time on your home turf as well. Let me ask you about a couple of the players. First of all, in that all-important scoring department, a freshman and a junior. Tell us about O'Leary and Carroll, Sydney Carroll.
Yeah, Sydney Carroll, was the second-team All-American last year, Player of the Year in the conference. Started out a little bit slow this year just because I think everybody was – once you get to know a player and what they're about and things like that. And then she really turned it on towards the end of the season and scored, I think it was 3 or 4 really big goals for us at the end. And even scored in the NCAA tournament, the goal for us. So she's a top player. She will be very good for us again next year. We're going to train hard and do the things. O'Leary is just, she's has a great pace. She's, and you can't replace that, and she's very good with the ball, and she's left-footed, and she plays on the left side. She gets a lot of opportunities to score, and she finishes them off. So she scored some big goals for us as well, and as a freshman, so we get her for another 3 years.
They tallied 18 of your 34 on the year, and is it Zoe Brochu, the goalkeeper?
Yeah, Zoe, our Canadian goalkeeper.
Canadian, eh? Yeah.
She was she's a great kid. She came in. We didn't know a ton about her. We knew that she's a nice player and things like that, but she is just done incredible for us. And I have to give a little props to our goalkeeper coach, Jamie Swanner, and I'm sure you've heard that name.
We talked about him last year, the former indoor pro with St. Louis. Was it the Ambush in his case?
Yes.
They switched names a lot.
And he's still helping out with the Ambush and does some great things. But I tell you what, he does an incredible job with our goalkeepers, and he really, really makes it very, very simple for them. And then they're just able to take it to the field. And when they're able to do that, they just do great things. And Zoe made a couple saves in the NCAA game. I'm telling you, top notch, unbelievable save.
Gotta have it. Yeah.
So, it's a great kid, plays hard, great athlete. So we're happy to have her back for another 2 years.
How about what's the status of Rachel Ford out of Trenton Westland, the former Lady Warriors?
Rachel goes with us every time and plays hard, trades hard, and gives us some useful minutes all the time.
And she scored. Yeah. She scored a goal.
She did, and that's the best thing about our team is that we've got these players that can come in and do that for us, and there's a lot of talent in our program. So again, can we go three-peat? I don't know about that, but I'll tell you what, these kids they work hard and they know what it's about, and they've been there, and that's a huge part of it.
Tim, will she see more playing time next year? She has 1 year remaining.
1 year remaining. Yeah, she's going to come in. I know. She had a couple injury problems at the beginning of the year this year, so hopefully she comes in healthy and gives us some opportunities to get her in there for sure.
Yeah, that's great. We love you doing well. I know you got kids from all over the place, but it's always great, especially from our view when the locals do well, and I know you don't mind that either. So, but it's good. Yeah. Congratulations again, Tim, on just one very remarkable year. Anytime you win the conference championship and head out to the nationals, you're clocking a lot right. That's for sure.
Well, I appreciate that.
And have a great Thanksgiving. It's knocking on the door.
We'll eat enough for everybody, I'm sure.
All right. Thank you much.
Thank you. Thanks for your time.
Tim Strange of the McKendree women's soccer team. Lo and behold, they had another storming year. Just fantastic. What's ahead? Well, the athlete of the week and also Central basketball coach, the girls coach, Nathan Reeder. Stick and stay.
companies are hiring again. That's good news. Bad news, you don't have the skills they're looking for. Kaskaskia College can fix that. KC's welding technology program can set you up with the skills industries are looking for. More good news, classes are available at KC's Trenton Center or Crisp Technology Center. Call Sean Morris at 545-3406. The demand is there, the pay is there. Where are you? Kaskaskia College, your future starts here.
When wearing contacts, you shouldn't even be able to feel them. If they're uncomfortable or feeling dry, come see us at Lebanon Optometric Center or Breeze Family Vision Center. We'll find the right contacts for you, whether it's multifocal, astigmatism, daily disposables, or hybrid lenses. Don't suffer through contacts that are just fine. We have all the major brands to choose from, and with locations in Breeze and Lebanon, if you damage or tear your contacts, we can replace them right away. Start seeing clearer today with a little help from Breeze Family Vision Center or Lebanon Optometric Center.
When you put money in our bank, you started a chain reaction. We made an auto loan. A local car dealer sold a car salesman got a commission. His wife bought groceries. The checker at the supermarket got a paycheck. You made that happen. Thanks. The First National Bank in Carlisle. A better way to bank. Member FDIC. Visit us online at 1nbcarlisle.com.
You took the time to customize your home. Did you do the same for your home insurance? Country Financial can customize your insurance to fit your life. We are one of the few companies that offer an additional replacement cost option that replaces your house at today's prices. Call me, Teresa Richards, at 526-1100 or Keith Wilkin at 526-1179, or come see us at 617 North Main in Breeze to find out more about protecting the house you have made a home.
Do you mind if I turn on the radio?
The music is great and it doesn't cost anything.
It's Max 96.7.
Music's free. This is free. It's all free. This is Riff in the Bird Watson Health Mart studio on Monday on Talkin Sports every Monday and Wednesday, 6 to 7. We are here, including this Wednesday night on Thanksgiving Eve, when we welcome Christ Our Rock girls basketball coach Dan Kipper, and from the Highland Bulldogs football team, Jimmy Warnicki. Their head coach makes his debut appearance on Talkin Sports after their sensational year. They lost to the Rochester Rockets 31-14 in the 4A state semis Saturday, but Highland finishes 12-1, and did they ever log a lot of points. Your time is 6:38. That time drop is brought to you by Breeze Furniture / Jan's Uniforms. Here's our athlete.
You're simply the best.
The Clinton County Prep Athlete of the Week is brought to you by Easy In Travel in Breeze. Escape to paradise with Easy In Travel in Breeze. Call 526-2201, and by Little Augie's Pizza in Breeze, the choice for pizza, pasta, and more. Call 526-7040.
Right on, Mel. And our athlete of the week is Carlisle Lady Indians center Molly DeCamper, the 5'11" sophomore. Scored 18 points and added 8 rebounds plus 5 blocks in the Lady Tribe season opener against Piasaw Southwestern Saturday. Carlisle won that Litchfield tournament lid lifter 43-33. So Molly will be the recipient of a $10 gift certificate to Little Augie's Pizza in Breeze. And, well, I'm sure she's been there before, but in case she hasn't, she will like it. It's fantastic pie. Congratulations to Molly. Another break. We'll be back.
McKendree University is a great place to continue your sports career. It's also a great place to continue your education. McKendree offers a wide range of degrees, including master's degrees in business, nursing, education, and professional counseling. If you'd like, you can access McKendree's quality education through the flexibility of online degrees. To learn more about McKendree, log on to McKendreeOnline.com or call 1-800-BEARCAT. McKendree University is ready when you are.
Hi, I'm Dr. Tim Draghi, a general dentist from Breeze, Illinois, who sedates patients with pills. I treat a lot of patients who have not been to the dentist in 10 to 20 years. Most had a bad experience as a child. Others are embarrassed to go or are concerned the dentist will scold them. We know these feelings are real and believe in listening to your problems and concerns. I will do all of this without putting you down or making you feel guilty. My team and I want to make a difference in the way you feel about dentistry. Please call me, Dr. Tim Draghi, at 526-2020 to schedule an appointment, or look at our website at breezedentalcare.com, where sedation dentistry is an option for you to take care of your teeth without anxiety.
New in 2017, Dr. Draghi and Dr. Santel are in-network providers with many insurance companies. New patients are welcome and most emergencies seen immediately. If you are looking for a happy dental home and would like to talk to the insurance coordinator about your insurance options, Breeze Dental Care would be glad to help. Call 526-2020. Southern Bus and Mobility is your Brawnability dealer in Breeze. Brawnability features the broadest lineup of wheelchair-accessible vehicles with more brands, entry types, features, and price points than any other manufacturer in the industry. See for yourself at Southern Bus and Mobility why a new or certified pre-owned wheelchair-accessible Brawnability vehicle is the only way to go. Call 526-4131 or stop by just east of Breeze on Old Route 50.
Welcome to our music warehouse. Lucky you're not the one who has to refile all these CDs. Playing everything.
You've got Max 96.7.
Hello once more, everybody. Rip here in the Bird Watson Health Mart studio, reminding you this show and all the Talkin' Sports. I believe all the basketball games coming up. Not only will all of that be on Max 96.7, we are also on live at WCXO967.com. Still have my website, of course, at riptalkinsports.com. You can catch it there on delay, however you want to go about it. But we're glad you're along with us again this evening. And if you are on Facebook, you can join my group there at Talkin' Sports with Rip Notmeyer. Just shoot me a, ask to join or friend me, and I'll add you. It's simple. That's what they say. No, it is. And you can follow me at Twitter at Rip Talkin' Sports. We have loads of fun there. A lot of activity. A couple of good discussions now and then. A lot of members, a lot of followers. So all of that's good. And again, my website is riptalkinsports.com. Also on Facebook every Tuesday at around 4:30. For instance, tomorrow, it's the Brett's Wildlife Talking Sports poll. We get great responses there, and short wordage or long explanations, or they just pick one of the options we throw out. Last week, for instance, our question was, who will Giancarlo Stanton play with? What roster will he be on by opening day 2018? Our choices were Boston, San Fran, St. Louis, and Miami. Again, I went with the Fish to start. We'll see how that turns out. It was close. It was slim pick. I think San Fran edged out, if I remember, and I do. I remember correctly. San Fran edged out the rest of the clan by just a tad, just a little bit. But that's every Tuesday afternoon on my Facebook timeline. We've got a pass off for just a bit, and then it's on to high school basketball with Nathan Reeder. If you're looking for Nissan quality, be sure to check out what Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan and Centralia has to offer. Munkin's has the entire field covered with a great lineup of Nissans, including Maximas, Altimas, and Sentras, SUVs and crossovers, and Titan and Frontier trucks. And you can relax when you shop Munkin's because you know you're getting the better deal every time, along with terrific service after the sale. For your Nissan, log on to Munkin1.com, or better yet, visit Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in person, Route 161 West in Centralia.
If you love quality handcrafted wines, visit 12 Oaks Vineyard in rural Carlisle. You'll enjoy the fruit flavors of their wines while relaxing in a beautiful country setting with family and friends. The Reserve Wine List humbly wears the label of the grapes grown in the family-owned vineyard. 12 Oaks Vineyard is open for tastings from 1 until 6 every Saturday and Sunday, or by appointment at 594-7459. 12 Oaks Vineyard at 18975 Vogel Road, just 3 miles south of Carlisle, and at 12oaksvineyard.com.
Stuck in a state of falling behind? Struggling to keep up with your kids, your finances, your insurance, your life? Then let me, State Farm agent Steve Klosterman, help you simplify and get to a better state. Because with the Klosterman Agency handling your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time to handle everything else. More money, too, because adding State Farm policies can earn you discounts and actually help you get ahead. Call or email me, State Farm agent Steve Klosterman, and get to a better state with State Farm.
Get unhungry for only $5 at your Breeze and Carlisle Hardee's. Dig into the $5 All-Star Meal with 4 different meals to choose from, like the Charbroiled Double Cheeseburger and Onion Rings with natural cut fries, a fresh baked chocolate chip cookie, and a 20-ounce drink. Pick a $5 All-Star Meal today from your Breeze and Carlisle Hardee's, plus the entire Red Burrito menu. Get unhungry at your Breeze and Carlisle Hardee's.
We tell you our music library contains an embarrassment of riches. Except nothing embarrasses us. Playing everything.
This is Max 96.7.
Let's kick it into gear one more time. Rip here in the Bird Watson Health Mart studio. We've heard from Derek Dunn on scores and stuff, and Tim Strange from the McHenry Bearcats soccer team, the head coach of the women, who they went national again. But right now, we trip the Johnston Jewelers guest line for Central Girls basketball coach Nathan Reeder. Nathan, welcome back.
Evening, Rip. Thanks for having me.
You take the airwaves as an early season champion, too. You won the Alton Tip-Off Classic in your first try, Saturday, I guess late Saturday, early Saturday evening. So congrats on that.
Yeah, thanks, Rip. We're certainly excited to get off to a little better start this year than we had the season ago.
You slipped past a crosstown rival there in Mater Dei in that title game. It was a 26-21 finals. So how'd that play? Obviously low scoring. I think it was 11-10 at the half. What led to all that? It's just the slow pace, shooting off, good D. What? I guess a lot of factors, huh, Nathan?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I think we played. I was pretty pleased with our defensive effort, and you know, I'm sure that Coach Conan wasn't unhappy with his as well, and they held us scoreless in the second quarter. It certainly wasn't by any means you know, a beautiful game if you're a fan of offense, but
you won.
You know, both teams came out and played hard, and you know, fortunately, we were able to make a few plays down the stretch in the fourth quarter to give us the win.
Were there a couple of trays made in that contest?
Yeah, not too many. You know, I mean, the shooting was definitely not in mid-season form, and that's to be expected.
True.
You know, but I was, like I said, I was very pleased with our defensive effort, just the effort in general. But that's something that you know, the girls that I have bring to the table every night. You know, they just play so hard. You know, I think, no disrespect to any of the other teams that we've had since I've been at Central, but I can't remember any team that plays any harder than this one. You know, every girl on the floor is going to get maximum effort, and ball's on the floor, she'll dive on it without even batting an eye, and it's certainly a really fun, exciting group of girls to coach night in and night out.
That says a bunch because you've had some very good teams, some smart teams, and some hustling teams too. So who did top the score sheet in points the other night in the championship game, Nathan, or maybe in rebounds and such as well?
Yeah, I mean, truthfully, I don't remember off the top of my head who led us in points when we scored 26. So it wasn't anything
Nobody
I was really
crawled
excited
into
about
twin
taking a
figures,
look
did
at.
they?
So, yeah, but you know, Carson Newkirk had an outstanding tournament. You know, I mean, I think you can make an argument that she was, you know, she was. You could argue she was our most valuable player. You know, Clarice Jansen had an outstanding tournament as well. And Faye Meissner and Allie Fairman, Faye and Carson and Allie were on the all-tournament team, and Clarice certainly was, in my opinion, deserving, but I'm not the one that gets to make that decision. So
I guess you can't stuff them all in there, right, Nathan? And chances are the voting was done before the last, or at halftime anyway, but who knows? But you get 3 girls pictured on the all-tournament squad, and will you be back? This was your initial time there. Will you be back in Alton in 2018, or how long do you have a contract for a while, or do you know off the top?
Yeah, I mean, I think we intend to go back. You know, obviously, we liked our experience there. I think it was a good fit for us. You know, we played a couple of schools that we typically don't see. You know, the only drawback is obviously playing Mater Dei as early in the year as we did, but that is what it is. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, when you get to the championship game of the tournament, you're going to play a quality opponent, and you know, that's just one of the things around this area. You know, the good teams were all kind of in the same tournaments with each other, and that was part of the reason of getting out of O'Fallon, was just trying to get away from West and O'Fallon.
Yes.
And, you know, some of these schools that we see in every tournament we're in, and you know, we just made the choice that although Mater Dei is in this tournament, you know, we're going to go to it anyway and get to see some Springfield teams. You know, Jerseyville is another team that's kind of in our subsectional, but not somebody that we play on our schedule, so it gives us a chance to take a look at them and potentially play them. So we just felt like it was a good fit, and it was time to kind of move on from the O'Fallon thing for a variety of reasons.
I get it. Modern day, you'll be sneaking up to them again pretty soon in early December. And, of course, you'll be at Muscuda and Highland again and all that. So you had to learn some things about your club over the last few days. I mean, practicing is great. You have to have that. You had a solid 2 weeks or so, I guess. But probably a lot came out of this tournament. The way you look at certain players, maybe a couple you didn't know who could maybe get the job done off the pines and so forth. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I've probably approached this early, phase of the season a little more relaxed and just kind of wanting to try to learn a little bit more about the team, as much as I possibly can, and just try to get a feel and a fit for what some of the personnel are capable of doing. I pretty much have everybody back, so I have a pretty good idea, but I was trying to kind of fill out the back end of the rotation, with some fresh faces, having a couple of freshmen in our practices forces me to go a little bit slower on their account, try to make sure that they're keeping their heads above water. And it's been, I think, good for everyone that I've kind of taken this pace. It's such a grind and such a long season. There's not any reason to try to cram a bunch of stuff in here early. Might as well take our time and, just kind of build and hopefully kind of learn a little bit of the nuances of some of the things we're trying to do. And hopefully by the end of the season, we'll be peaking and ready to make a run.
Everything will be clicking at that point. Who are the freshmen on the varsity squad, Nathan?
Yeah, so we're dressing Mia Weems and Chloe Book this year. Both of them are freshmen, come to us from Germantown, and both of them, have a lot of potential to be very good players for us for a long time. So we just felt like with the way things fell out this year, it was time to go ahead and get them kind of in the mix right out of the gate, and get their feet wet, so to speak, so that they're hopefully ready by middle to the end of the season to have an impact if and when necessary. And then obviously, when this group of seniors that I have graduates, we'll have to be able to hopefully reload and get ready to go again next season, and they'll be that much closer and that much more ready to do that as well.
I would imagine then they saw some game action in the first two contests over at Alton.
Yeah. They played. Mia played, I believe, in 2 out of the 3, and Chloe played in all 3. Good. So and it was good for them. I think the pace of the game obviously is a lot faster than what they're used to at the junior high level, and just getting out there and playing in a varsity setting and kind of getting those jitters out right out of the gate, I think is good for them, and hopefully they'll get a little more comfortable each time and settle in and start showing us what they can do. I'm excited to see all those kids too that didn't get a chance to play quite as much this weekend get going on the JV schedule as well. I'm looking forward to JV schedule getting going because I think they'll really experience a lot of growth once we get to do that.
You have to be looking forward, or had to be looking forward to this entire campaign, really, with everyone back from a year past. And give us maybe a thumbnail sketch on that first, maybe all of your seniors, Nathan, and kind of clue us in a little bit more on them again.
Yeah, definitely. So the senior guards are Olivia Wesselman and Lexi Klosterman and Faye Meissner, and then the post players that we have in the senior group are Abby Horstman, Clarice Jansen, and Carson Newkirk. So there's 6 seniors, and obviously they played the bulk of our minutes along with junior Allie Fairman. That would be, the top 7 kids that were rolling out there, and then kind of in behind them, like I said earlier, would be Chloe and Mia, and we have a couple other juniors on the varsity squad as well that haven't seen a lot of time yet. Ashton Hari, Madeline Frone, excuse me. And we have some sophomores to go along with them as well, and Allie Hammond and Taylor Pavich, et cetera. So we got quite a few girls in practices, and things are going pretty good so far, and hopefully we just keep building and keep growing.
So you've got that athletic director. I take that's his daughter, Allie, right?
Yeah, she's out there.
Very good, very good. And you have Abby and Carson at 5'10" each, and a 5'11" girl on the team. So you've got some size. I know you'll be shooting it once you get warmed up and into this. You have one girl though that's gonna be gone. Is she missing the entire Grace? Is she gone with an injury? Is she done for the season or?
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what we're anticipating. Obviously that was a big blow. She played a significant role for our team last year as a freshman, and she just really hardworking kid, does a great job as far as, listening is concerned. When you're talking in the huddle, if there's, if you had to pick one person that they're going to have their eyes on you, listening to every word you say, it's her. I mean, she just, soaks in everything you say. And, it's tough to see that. She's a great kid, hard worker, and, we certainly were expecting big things from her this year, a lot of growth from her freshman to sophomore year, and wanted to see her come out and really exert herself at the junior varsity level as a type of kid that can go out and kind of take over a game with her shooting. And, to lose her to that injury is really unfortunate, not only for her but for our program, because she's somebody that, we were looking to probably rely on quite a bit next year with the amount of experience she had. But as it stands, she's going to have to continue to impact the program any way she can, but from the sidelines this year.
Your team was 16-14 overall last season. You won 9 of 10 in the conference. You tied with Columbia for first place in the league. And what's the outlook for the conference this year? I take you feel it's going to be really good again.
Yeah, it's a good question. I'm not really sure. Columbia graduated quite a few girls. I think Freeburg's got most of their squad back. Salem comes into the mix, and we didn't play Salem last year, so I don't really know a whole lot about them.
They've had some real good teams.
I really don't know. We'll kind of see, and obviously we got to get ready for it here pretty shortly.
Yeah, Carlisle's definitely improved again with everybody back, and it'll be good. Westland should have quite a bit of talent too, I do believe, and so it'll be good. You have a lot of tests in conference and out with that schedule, besides tournaments too, and besides that other game against Mater Dei. But you play a bunch of capable squads on that non-league slate, don't you?
Yeah, our schedule's pretty salty. I'm not going to ever apologize to anyone for our schedule. I feel like, we really go out and challenge ourselves with the tournaments that we play. And then even in our non-conference, I don't think anybody could look at our non-conference schedule and say that we're just going out trying to schedule wins. I feel like we really go out and try to test ourselves, and, hopefully the games we play, we're able to go out and win them, obviously, but at the same time we need to be exposed. Our weaknesses need to be exposed so we continue to improve and grow as a team.
Highland, T-Town, Oakville among those away from the Cahokia. All right, man, the years are how many for you now, Nathan?
Yeah, I think this is number 13 already. So 13. It's certainly piling on.
Yes. The same staff back? Your assistants?
Yeah, they're all back. Kelsey, Caribbean, formerly Nedemeyer, is back on staff as a volunteer, kind of in a little more of a reduced role. Her job isn't going to allow her to participate as much as she has in the past, but we're certainly thankful for her being around. And then we have Angie Colbrecker and Kelly Schumacher as well. So very fortunate that we've had the stability with the staff that we have, and I think it's a big part of why our program has had the success that it's had over the long term here.
Oh yeah, that really comes in handy to have that continuity. Of course, all of your concentrations on this year's version of the Cougars. That's the way it is. In this case, 2017-18. But I know you've got. Well, how many would you have playing college ball right now? 3, 4.
Kendra Wilkins, obviously.
Corey,
Grace.
Grace. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Alicia Book didn't play this year. I feel like I'm missing somebody, but yeah, we're certainly. Faye obviously will be next year, so we'll keep that train rolling. And I think Tori Corman's still playing.
Yes.
Tori's a senior this year, so we've got her playing, so that's a third. So yeah, certainly it's been neat to see those girls be able to go on and play, at the next level and get some, if not all, of their college expenses paid for as well. So it's great for them, and it's good for our program as well.
Where did I say, is Faye going to UMSL? Is that right?
Yeah, Faye signed her letter of intent last week to attend the University of Missouri St. Louis, and excited for her. I think it's going to be a good fit. She certainly has the athletic potential to participate at that level, and she continues to work hard at her game and grow as a player, both mentally and physically. And I'm excited for that opportunity once she gets done playing for us.
All right. Very good, Nathan. We'll be in touch, okay? And hopefully your family's doing well. We wish you, I know you have a great Thanksgiving. It's coming up fast.
Yes, sir. You have a great Thanksgiving as well, and thanks a lot again for having me. I really appreciate it.
We'll be back to you. Thanks.
All right, thanks.
There's Nathan Reeder of the Breeze Central Cougars basketball team, the girls team, thanks to Nathan, and also to Tim Strange of McKendree Soccer, the women's group there, and Derek Dunn on scores and stuff. Wednesday, Thanksgiving Eve, it's Christ Rock girls basketball coach Dan Kipper. They're going to be good. Dan's going to come in and join us for scores and stuff and then he'll put that basketball coaching cap on. And later on, Highland football coach Jimmy Warnicki. Another really salty program. They know how to tackle that grid stuff, and they lost in the semis on Saturday, but wrapped up a 12-1 campaign. We'll see you Wednesday between 6 and 7 on Talking Sports, Real Sports Talk on Max 96.7 WCXO.
Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7 was powered by Brett's Wildlife Lodge and Winery in Carlisle. Talkin' Sports was brought to you by Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College. The future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. Nordike Funeral Home with 5 locations to serve your needs. McKendree University in Lebanon. Seaver Brothers in Carlisle. 12 Oaks Vineyard in rural Carlisle. And by Becker Jewelers with locations in Breeze and Highland and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Thank you for joining us for this WCXO sports presentation of Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7. This broadcast was a presentation of WCXO Sports.